regularly after having listened to the citizens. So it's not one which comes top down, but we go to the citizens. I have myself organized many citizens dialogue, which are town hall meetings where people ask questions and I give answers. It's not that I make long discussions and people listen. And one of the questions which I regularly got was the one of disenfranchisement. And so in this citizens report there is a whole chapter on participating in the democratic life of the EU, and there is a proposal on disenfranchisement. You know, thinking that it is not fair that people who are exercising their right, their constitutional right to free movement, are then finding themselves nowhere, not capable to vote in their homeland and not capable to vote in the land they have chosen to live. So you see that is one of the legal proposals which the Commission is going to do. I have also in this sense written to the different member states. I must say that the enthusiasm is not extraordinarily big, but I wanted to hand this over to you to see that somebody has understood what you are fighting for.
Good, excellent.
Commissioner, we know you're very pushed for time, I understand that. But in a nutshell, and thank you for what you've said, because it chimes exactly with what we're all working for and fighting for. It's quite simply, this is a pan-European issue. It's not a British issue, because there are 8 countries at least where voting rights are restricted. Every single person in this room that's come to see you and your team believes that the right to vote is a fundamental human right, democratic right, that it should be enshrined in perpetuity, and that every single European citizen should have the right to vote in domestic elections, either in the country that they were born in, or if they choose, but only if they choose, to take another nationality in that country. What we want, and you may be in a position to deliver it, is a European directive, because we believe that far too many committees have talked for far too long about this. Harry's a young man, but he wants the right to vote in the next general election, and in Britain that's in 2050.
Well, you see, there is a small problem, and you, as a member of parliament, you know this problem. We do have a Europeanized election rights for local elections, and of course for European elections. National elections being linked to the nation fall under subsidiarity. So it is a wish I can express. It is a letter which I have written to the prime ministers and to their governments in order to make them aware that this problem exists, because it is not a wide problem. It is, well, it's a growing one, because people are more and more exercising their right to free movement. But it is one which has to be solved at national level. If not, we have to change the treaties. The treaties today do not allow us to make a directive, European law, on a question which lies under subsidiarity. And that is a problem with this, but I did not want to leave it at that. I could have said, okay, subsidiarity, I don't touch on this one. No, I think it is unfair. And it is a consequence of the Free Movement Directive, and free movement is a right, but it is an unwanted consequence of for people who exercise their right. It is in this way that I have tried to lobby, if you want, the national states so that they are aware, we are aware that this problem exists, and this is also why we have written it in the citizenship report and made it one of our proposals.
Is it something that could be put to the European Court of Justice?
The European Court of Justice at that moment might say that it is not under the responsibility of the European institutions to do that, because the treaty is clear. National elections fall under national responsibility.
Commissioner, may I ask a question? The European Court of Justice found in, I think it was April